Yo, what up, this is your boy King Series straight from Busy Home Beats, and today's video I'm just going to show you some simple trick that can actually help you so that whenever you are mixing your vocals or mixing your song as a whole, your vocals can actually cut through the mix. Yes, so I will just play the vocals alone, then after that I'll just play it together with the beat, then I'll just show you how I process it, then give you the trick. So don't try to miss any step over here, because I'm going to give you the trick. It's just a simple trick that you're supposed to understand and practice on it, and you will get to where you really want to be. You understand? Yes. So let's listen to the vocals alone, process, then after that I just add the beat to it for you guys. So this is a rap vocals, not singing.
Bema ma hwasala che fiti D1 hwasi yen so hwanka menya E1 abra bobone nsanom I choose nan obrana ko ya blame myself like he can ekoma ya nipa de da senka me kan kamu behu 7 bi na nipa de bobra me gide che me say enra na amfa ene de na wehu a onim de besi china, so I still believe my maker ade chia on my.
Okay, so let me just add the instrument to it, and let's see.
Bema ma hwasala che fiti D1 hwasi yen so hwanka menya E1 abra bobone nsanom I choose nan obrana ko ya blame myself like he can ekoma ya nipa de da senka me kan kamu behu 7 bi na nipa de bobra me gide che me say enra na amfa ene de na wehu a onim de besi china, so I still believe my maker ade chia on my knees my prayer ade hia me ya hoden ne nkwan ofa bi ma me no nchire me ni favor. Blessing upon blessing from the Lord. Then with the ones I be so go multiply to be more. Just one day.
Okay, so this is my own song. Yes, it will be out very soon from 20th going there. So you can actually see that the vocals together with the beat are actually balanced, right? You can see that you cannot hear the vocals somewhere and you cannot hear the beat also somewhere. They're actually matching up together with everything. So this is how I did process it. Then I will show you how to make sure that it cut through the mix after I show you how I process it. So this is the processing. First of all, I have EQ on it. Yes, the rap vocals, I have EQ. I got it around 126 hertz. Then I have a compressor on it. This is a compressor that I actually use, so I compress it very hard because it's a rap vocals. Yes, so minus 20. But first of all, I did manual compressing over here, so you can see I just bring this one volume down. You can see them. Not, you know, the work of a compressor, we want to have an even volume. This part should sound exactly the same, like not even exactly, but the volume level should match up. You get it? This one shouldn't sound too louder than this one, so I did all those ones manually before using the compressor to tighten it up also. So this is to just make sure. So these are the settings for the compressor. And the next thing is another EQ here. This is the EQ that I actually use. So this is the settings. I will explain it to you when I get to making sure that it is cutting through the mix. Then the next one is another compressor again. The other one was just to tighten up and make sure we are having an even volume, but this one is just to add some color to the sound and everything. You understand? So I think a volume gain of 36, then compress it, the peak reduction of 50.12. Then the last thing here is de-esser. So I added a reverb to it. This is the reverb settings, the same reverb settings for the singing vocal, but I did something on the reverb here. I actually added a compressor on it just to balance my the reverb, the amount of reverb which is actually affecting the vocals, because I can control the reverb here if I'm supposed to solo this. And let me just try to bring this one down. You can control the volume of the reverb, the amount of the reverb that I'm sending to the vocals. Listen.
Bema ma hwasala che fiti D1 hwasi yen so hwanka menya E1 abra bobone nsanom I choose nan obrana ko ya blame myself like he can ekoma ya nipa de da senka me kan kamu behu 7 bi.
You can actually hear that I can control it using this compressor on the reverb channel over here, right? Yeah, so it actually helped a lot. So this is the amount of reverb I sent to the rap vocals in the group here. So I have minus 20.11. Then the delay, this is the delay that I'm using, each delay, and these are my settings for it. You get it? Yeah. So, and I put a doubler on it just to get some stereo feel over there. Okay, so let's move to the main topic, how you can actually make your mix, your vocals cut through the mix right over here. So there is a trick over here. If you go on and do this kind of trick, you could actually get to understand it more. So I'm going to processing over here, then we listen to the raw vocals here, then I'll show you the trick. So listen.
My hustle check 50 day one. What's the year so shank menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brand and blame myself like he can.
Let's listen to it with the beat.
Ekoma ya nipa de da sen kame kan kamubo hu 7 bin na nipa de bobra mejide cheme say enra na amfa ene de na wo hu a onim de besi china. So I still believe my maker ade chia on my knees in my prayer ade hia me ya ho den ne nkwan ofa bi ma me no nchire me ni favor.
You can actually hear that the vocals is really louder than the beat, right? So first of all, you need to do your gain staging. That's the first thing. Make sure that the vocals is not too louder than the beat, and then after that you go on and processing. But when you are processing it, there's a trick. There's what you're supposed to do the most. Pay attention to this one whenever you are doing it, because that's where you always get a problem, that your beat is sounding some way, your beat is somewhere, your vocals is some way, or you try to make sure it's balanced but it doesn't work. So this is what you're supposed to know. Using the EQ, that's the trick of the EQ. You get it? So if you listen to the vocals alone, you can see that the low ends is too much.
Mama hustle check 50 day one. What's the year so shank menya A1.
When I activate this EQ, so listen, I'll tell you the secret. Just listen to how it sounds with the EQ on it.
Mama hustle check 50 day one. What's the year so shank menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brand and blame myself like he can. Ekoma ya nipa de da sen kame kan kamu. Mama hustle check 50 day one. What's the year so shank menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brand and blame myself like.
When I activate the EQ, all the low ends actually get lost from the mix, right? Get lost from the vocals. Yes. So that's what you're supposed to know. Whenever you are cutting the low ends, make sure that you can hear some difference between your vocals. Because if your low ends are actually not cut down well, it affects you, your mixing, as in it doesn't cut through the mix for you. The vocals and the beat always fight each other if your vocals low ends has not been cut down well. You get it? So don't be afraid that maybe you are cutting around 120, or you have been watching YouTube tutorials or videos and you always see that the person is cutting around 120 or 110. So you're always following that, cutting always 110. You don't even know that there is a difference in whatever you are doing. So let me just solo it once and for all. Then I'll go in and add the other EQ. So with the EQ on it, listen to it, and I'll just bypass it.
Bema ma hustle check 50 day one. What's the year so shank menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brand and blame myself like he can. Ekoma ya nipa de da sen kame kan kamubo hu 7 bin na nipa de bobra mejide cheme say.
Yeah, so you can see that once get lost from the vocals, not all of them. So after compressing it, I added this EQ and also cut some of the low ends from it. Somebody might ask, but you've already cut some of the low ends. But at the end of the day, if you still cut some, it helps your vocals to sit properly with the mix. You get it? So if I'm supposed to solo this and just play it together with the beat like I did, then I'll just unmute the EQ, the first EQ. Then you see the difference now. Now listen.
Bema ma hustle check 50 day one. What's the year so shank menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brand and blame myself like he can. Ekoma ya nipa de da sen kame kan kamubo hu 7 bin na nipa de bobra mejide cheme say enra na amfa ene de na wo hu a. Mama hustle check 50 day one. What's the year so shank menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brand and blame.
If I just bypass the first EQ, you can actually hear together with the beat that the vocals comes up front, like it is. Yeah, you can hear that if you are using your headset or studio monitors or anything to listen, you can actually hear that. But if you are using your phone, you wouldn't get the difference too much. Yes, so let me just bypass this EQ to, let me just put this EQ on it and see the difference now. Let me solo the vocals alone. So with this, with the 2 EQs on it, listen.
My hustle check 50 day one. Hustle yen so shanka menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brandon kwe ya blame myself like he can. A koma ya nipa de da sen kame kan. Kamubu hu 7 bin a nipa de bobra. Mijide che me say and rana amfa. Mama hustle check 50 day one. Hustle yen so shanka menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brandon kwe ya blame myself like he can. A koma ya nipa de da sen kame kan.
Yes, so you can hear more of the highs there because I boosted highs 1.5, so I did use the EQ to cut down those highs a little bit, so don't worry about that. But I'm talking about how to make sure that your vocals cut through the mix, right? So with the 2 EQs on it, add the beat to it and listen. Then I will just solo one of this EQ. I will solo this one, not solo, I'll just bypass and also activate this one, and you see the difference that I'm talking about.
Bema my hustle check 50 day one. Hustle yen so shanka menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brana kwe ya blame myself like he can. A koma ya nipa de da sen kame kan. Kamubu hu 7 bin a nipa de bobra. Mijide che me say and rana amfa. And at the end I won't want.
So if you are listening to it very well, you can see that when I activate this EQ too, it sends the vocal back a bit so that the beat can actually shine and work together with the vocals. Listen to it once again and see. So I'm just going to bypass it now, then I'll activate it. Now we are having only one EQ with the low ends cut off. You get it? Yes. And with this EQ too, the low ends have been cut off, but I'm going to bypass and activate it. So listen to it and see. You see that when I activate this one, the vocals will actually go back and sit in the mix with the beat. Yeah, you get me? Yeah, rather than just activate bypassing it for the low ends. Okay, so listen.
Mama hustle check 50 day one. Hustle yen so shanka menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brana kwe ya blame myself like he can. A koma ya nipa de da sen kame kan. Kamubu hu 7 bin a nipa de bobra. Mijide che me say. Mama hustle check 50 day one. Hustle yen so shanka menya A1. I better bobon and sanum I choose nan. Or brana kwe ya blame myself like he can. A koma ya nipa de da sen kame kan. Kamubu hu 7 bin a nipa de bobra. Mijide che me say and rana amfa and at the
yes. So that's the trick here. Make sure whenever you cut the low end, so if I just bypass this and you listen to the vocals alone, there's too much heaviness at the low ends.
Mama hustle check 50 day one. Hustle yen so.
But without the EQ, with the EQ on it, then you can see there's too much
Mama hustle check 50 day one. Hustle yen so shanka.
Then it become clean for you. Then it could actually work perfectly with your beat. But first of all, make sure you can stage it well. With the beat, then you compress it well, then you try to use your EQ to cut the low end, so that whenever you are doing your mix, just bypass your EQ and your EQ to see that since you said you are cutting the low ends, you have some differences there, right? So if you get to know that there are some differences there, then trust me, that's all. Trust me, it's actually going to work perfectly with your beat for you. So this is what I just wanted to show you. So this is your boy King Series. Thumbs up, share the video with your friends and whoever want to do music production and or sound engineering. Just link up for any businesses, whether you want me to be on your song or you want me to make your song for you or anything. We just link up, then you just vibe very well. This is your boy King Series, straight from Busy Home Beats. Yes, and I'm out.